everybody, Millie with Crafting in My PJs. I have to make 2 more Father's Day cards really quick, so if you'd like to join me, I'd love to have you. All right, we're going to get down to the table, but before we do, if this is your first time here, welcome. If you're a returning friend, welcome. And welcome back, I guess. And if you would consider really giving this video a thumbs up, I'd so appreciate it. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. That would help my channel out greatly. All right, let's get down to the table. All right, so our cards today, let me straighten you out just a little bit. I guess that's good. My cards today are going to be simple. This channel is dedicated to quick, easy crafts that anybody can do without too many supplies. And so I needed to do these Father's Day cards. I have 2 more to make. And so what I wanted to do was just do something simple, not a whole lot of supplies required. And I had this beautiful, now I've had this forever. These beautiful fishing themed papers, and it was given to me. You can see it's a gift. There's the wrapping paper that was on it. It's a Miss Elizabeth's, which, if I'm not mistaken, might have been a Dollar Tree product years ago, right? I don't know. All right, so we're going to use that. I have some stickers from Dollar Tree. I had this that had Dad on it that I thought I could use. And then I might have to print out some Happy Father's Day. I'm going to have to see if I've already got some printed. I did some cards the other day. And I'm giving to 5 men in my family. So I did 3 cards. Now I need 3 more. 2 more. Can't count anymore. All right, so we're going to take a 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock, and we're going to cut it in half. We're going to cut it down the 5.5 line. So you can either fold and cut with a pair of regular scissors, or if you have a paper cutter, you can use that as well. All right, there, same size. Now we're just going to fold in half. Fold in half. There we go. All right, so there's 1 card. There's another card. 1/3 of the way done already. Now the middle one takes a little bit longer. So in putting together a card, sometimes I can't get it back in the holder. There we go. Sometimes I will look at Pinterest and get ideas. Get ideas off of Pinterest. Sometimes I will just, wing it, especially if it's going to be a very simple card. Something that I'm not going to have a whole lot of embellishment type things on it. All right, so the first thing, let's look at the papers. They have this. They have this. They actually give you some suggestions, but we're doing cards. There's my fish. There's more fish. And there's more fishing type themes, and then kind of a solid. All right, so I can tell you I'm keeping the cardboard. Cardboard's nice to keep. All right, let's put that in. I like this immediately when I pulled this out. Now, my card is 5.5 by 4.25. 4.25. Yep. So we're going to take off a quarter. Oh, I shouldn't have put my cutter away, right? We're going to take off a quarter and all the way around. So that's going to give us 5.25 by 4. And that will give us just a small degree. Oh, that did not cut. Let's try again. There we go. A small degree of visibility of the card behind it. And bring you closer. There you go. So you have your color, you have your solid behind it, and there you go. Now if you wanted a little bit more of the card behind it to show, then you could take a 1/2 inch off, and that would give you a 1/4 all the way around. All right, so that's this one. This one is started here. We're gonna put that right there. I do not have a plan, so I'm kind of going with it. I did see this, and I do like all of the tackle, all of the tackle here. So I think what I might want to do is I might want to cut these out and kind of put them in like a tackle box. So that's going to be something different. Let's finish this card and then we'll go with that card. All right, so we have our let's tape this down. Where is my tape? I don't see my tape. I might have brought it in the other room. I might have. All right, well, we'll use our glue. Scotch Create stick glue. Works great. Won't buckle up your paper, which is nice. Usually I just use the Scotch double stick glue, but I must have taken it in the other room. I was working on something for my granddaughter while I was sitting watching TV. All right, so there. So now we have a front. So now we need something to break this up. So let's see what we have. These are all blue. They're not really, this is kind of cute with this fish, and it'll bring out the blue. But let's get a solid piece across. Let's see. Could we use maybe some of this to go across? I think so. You could also use ribbon. Ribbon across would break up that print well. All right, I'm cutting this a 1/2 inch. I just want a strip. I just want a little strip. And we're gonna actually just use the scissors. So we're gonna place this kind of partially down like that, maybe. Anyway, I just need to know how wide. And we want it that. All right, where's my scissors? Well, not all my scissors. A chunk of my scissors are on the side here because they all need to be cleaned. All right, I'm not gluing it down now. All right, do I like this fish? Do I want this fish there? Let's see. Do I want it? I like kind of a there, and then, yeah. Oh, we need to glue this down. Let's see, this is on just one foam piece. So honestly, I really don't want it sticking up that much. So I'm going to take the foam off, and I'm going to put that. I kind of want this there. And I think we are going to ink some edges before we glue. Oh, I didn't ink. I might be able to do that still. And there's my fish there. It's upside down. Oh, I guess it can go like this. All right. There we go. Like that. I think that's what it's going to be. Again, I don't want the foam, so I'm taking the foam off. He's going to be right here. That's going to be right there. Here's going to be my line. And then right here, I can do some sort of sentiment. All right, we're not inking because I went ahead and I put this down. Unless I can pull it up real quick. I can. All right, let me get my inking. All right, so very awkwardly, I was able to pull this up and I was able to ink. So now we just have to ink. All inking does is give some finish to the cut lines. I don't ink all the time. Only when I mean, I'm making such a simple card that, and I did find my tape, by the way. This is that Scotch double stick tape, my favorite tape. The Yep, my favorite tape. So it just gives it a little bit more of an oomph. Again, I don't do it all the time. I just do it some of the time. All right, again, and we're making symbol cards. I'm trying to keep this easy so anybody can do it. All right, so there we go. So you see it kind of breaks up that pattern a little bit. And then I have my, so I'm glad I took, I could finish a thought. I'm glad I took the foam off because this has a foam piece here. And I would not want this standing up quite so much. I would want a little, you know, that's just way too much up. For me, this is all personal. All right, so I'm going to put my my fishing pole there. I'm going to put my fish right here. Okay, again, I'm glad I took the second piece of foam. That would have been standing up for my liking too much. All right, so now what I do need to add to this card, and I'll have to do it at the end, is I need to put a Happy Father's Day right here. So I will. That will be, and in fact, I don't think it's going to say Happy Father's Day. I think it's just going to say for you. So let's get that ready to go. All right, so I am going to use a circle punch. I have two. Again, this can be cut out by hand. All right, so I'm going to use a circle punch. I am going to do a, where is my, here it is, some scrap cards, some scrap blue. I am going to take the same blue I had in the back. I'm going to cut, this is 1 3/4 circle. It's going to go right there. Let's ink those edges. So we run with our same theme here. All right, we're going to tape it down right there. And we need another circle. I'm going to use this one, which is 1 1/2 inch. And I need a lighter color. Since this is white background, let's find a scrap piece of white somewhere. Let's put that over there so we can find it next time we want it. You see it sits right in that matting. Very nice. Gonna ink it. If you saw my other Father's Day videos that had to do with who I was giving gifts to, one of my people I'm giving a gift to is not a dad, but he is acting as a dad, so I'm going to put for you right there. Okay, could not find a for you, so I could print it off the computer for sure. And don't look at me, I'm using something else. But I had this thing that said you're special, and I can't see. There we go, that'll work. And it's a little cocky, and that's okay because I want it to be. Now, I am not putting a sentiment on the inside because I am going to write something personal to this friend. Didn't that come out cute? And that was just thrown together. All right, so I have an idea of what I want to do for the next one. I'm so excited. Okay, so it is something I've seen off of Pinterest, and I like all of these lures. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out these lures. And then we are going to put them in what would be a pseudo tackle box. So let's see. We do have bigger fish here, but I really like these. All right, so these are the lures. Let's look on this. Oh, look, we have a reel, a fishing reel that can go in the tackle box. Well, this page might work better because everything's already set up into lines. Let me bring it back. Sorry. Can't really see, can you? All right, so yeah, so we can cut this one out. We can cut this out. All right, so let me cut out some of these things from this paper and I'll be right back. All right, so I did find a piece of brown cardstock that I cut down. Is this right size? Yes. And so what I do think we're going to do is we were going to, but it's if I can find it. We were going to round the corners. Oh, here it is. A corner rounder. Now you can use your scissors. You can leave it just the way it is. However it appeals to you. I'm going to go ahead and round the corners. Whoa. This is an old Creative Memories corner rounder. Old Creative Memories. Creative Memories is still around. There we go. All right. Corner rounder. All right. So we need something on the front. And we need something that says Dad. So let's take, we need some of our, I think we're going to take this. I think we're going to take this. We're going to cut this down. Oh, I need to corner around that too. All right. So what is our usual thing? Our usual thing is 5 1/4 by 4. We're going to do 5 by 3 3/4. Wait, I have to think a second. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Because I would like a little bit more of the brown to show. All right, so there's our matting. We'll go ahead and we'll corner around that too. 3, 4. All right, there's our, I don't think I'm inking any of these. I think I'm just going to leave them the way they are. Okay, so let's go ahead and tape this down. Got that the way we want it. 3, 4. All right, now we need something that says Dad on the front. So we're going to need another solid. And I'm going to go with this scrap piece of lighter brown on there. And I did find, now you can print this, you can print Dad off your computer if you don't have any stamps. I did have this ancient, and this was given to me for free. I get a lot of stuff for free. Not everything. I wish I got more, but no. All right, so we need Dad, and of course, there is an A. Oh, look at that. It's like it was meant to be. Okay, I have just decided to invest in, oh, they're double-sided. I didn't know that. Invest in some inks from Stampin' Up! Because I love the Tim Holtz, but I find that they don't, on the vinyl stamps, it doesn't necessarily, I get like a grainy. Okay, the problem with this is you can't see what you're doing. D-A, okay, it's working. D. D. So I've just invested. They have not come in yet. Oh, look how cute that came out. I'm so excited. All right, so let's cut this. We're going to cut it on the cutter to make sure everything's straight. Maybe get rid of some of my smudge lines. Why is my cutter not cutting all of a sudden? This one was my good one. All right. D, A, D. We might have to ink to get rid of to hide my smudges, huh? All right, we're gonna, oh, it's smudged. Oh, it's got to dry. Okay, so we have our size. It's this big. So let's go ahead. I was wondering why I was getting ink everywhere. It's Distress Oxide. It's not like ink. So it's going to take a while to dry. All right, so we're going to get everything. Oh, and it's a different color on the other side. That's all right. That's all right. Let's recut. Recut. I had another piece. Enough left over. I have my sizing now. All right, so everything's fixable, guys, no matter what happens. All right, now what we need to do is clean our hands so that we do not get more smudging on the ink. And I might go ahead and tape this down so that it can dry properly. Or I might have to put it on the side because I still have work to do on the inside, right? All right, so let's see. If you don't have things perfectly straight, then you get wonky corners. Let's try it again. Better. 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 I'm looking, make sure. All right. All right. Oh, that's okay. It can overhang. That looks good. That'll look good. All right, just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. All right, so D. Okay, just try not to get stuff all over me. Am I the right way? I'm the right way. D. Okay. Okay. A. Then one more D. And this one looks shorter. Like I'm not using as much space. We can trim the edge off. No, no, it came out perfect. Dad. All right, and so that's going to go here. I do think we probably are going to have to ink edges. Now that I'm looking at this. All right, be right back. All right, I did some inking. I'm trying not to touch this because I don't want to get, you know, I don't know how long it takes to dry. All right, so here's our tackle box. Might have to make like a handle, we'll see. All right, so we have the things that can go in our tackle box. So bear with me with this because I'm going to have to, I'm seeing. So, you know, there's this. And there's a this. Because I want to cut out like, you know, the insides, all right? The compartments. But I don't have that capability. Let's see. And then we're going to put right here, Happy Father's Day. And then you can write a message right there. All right, so what I decided I would do is I would take a piece of scrap paper. I lost my other scrap paper. I did pull something else out. Here it is, I think. Is that it? Is that it? I don't know. Let's cut some strips. So I'm going to cut some 1/2-inch strips out of here. Oop, that might be a 1/4 inch. Nope, that's I don't know what that is. It's a 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch is what we need. And we're going to start lining up. Like one. Okay. So we're going to need a couple more of those. And basically, I'm making a template. All right. All right. So I'm going to get an idea exactly where I want this. I'm going to tape it down. Then I'm taking my strips and I'm making my grid, and that is going to be my template, and we're going to cut it out after I get a template made. Okay, just to show you, I made my grid. Now I'm going to take it. I am going to trace it onto this, and I am going to hand cut out these pieces. All right, so the grid is done. It's cute. I think it's cute. I think it gives me what I was looking for. It's not perfect, but that's okay. That's exactly kind of what I wanted. I didn't want something like perfect out of a store. I did turn my stencil over and I drew on the back so that I wouldn't get pencil marks everywhere. And it wasn't hard. It took time. It wasn't quick. And I know I like to do things quick. I don't have much of an attention span for long projects. Long projects have a tendency to not get done. So, oh, duh. I'm doing it upside down. I'm like, why is, I know everything's not centered perfectly, but why is that? That's why that's. All right, so my pseudo tackle box here. Let's round the corners so it matches everything else. I wonder if Dad is dry yet. Oh, and I need my Happy Father's Day. And we have to remember that it's not ink, it's Distress Oxide, so it's not going to dry quickly. All right, and I did find a very tiny Happy Father's Day that I did have, but where is it at? Because I'm not going to be able to find it. Oh, it's 3, number 3. I am going to have to, I think, ink them, the words individually, because, where is my, oh yeah, my block. Because, to fit in here. See, happy, and then I can do Father's Day. It's very tiny, very, very tiny. Okay, and it's blue we're using for this. Okay, so let's see. Let's turn this over and be very side. Okay, so Father's Day is this way. So let's remember what side is up. Oh, look at that. Can you see? It's the right side up. All right, let's clean this off. Oops. Things are stuck to everything. Okay, now we just want happy. Just dry it off. Okay. Just that. And which way is up? Happy. All right, let's not get this in there. Oh, here. Yay! Oh, it's so tiny. That is ridiculously tiny. But, you know, it's what I have. Again, could have printed something off the computer. I've got glue on the back. All right. And then I'll write a message up there. All right, so let's see. Oh, let's put the DAD on here. Yeah, it's dry now. Don't really like that Happy Father's Day on the inside. I might have to fix that before I give this out. And there you go. And that's all I'm going to do. I'm not making a latch. I've got stuff on here. I'm not making a latch. I just am leaving it like that. I'm going with it the way it is. All right, so not very quick, not very fast, but that's okay. Oh, I didn't ink that. That's why that looks so funny. Let's see if we can pull this off. That's part of the funny. The other part is this stupid tiny stamp. Anybody makes stamps that tiny? I don't know. All right, that looks a little bit better. All right, so we have Dad. I've already lost the other card. Oh, here it is. And we have You Are Special. There we go. There's the last of, oh, hold on a second. Let's get this out of the way. There. All right, the last of my 2 Father's Day cards. There we go. Dad with our tackle box on the inside. That is not my best work, but I like it. And then my You Are Special. And I'll have to write something to my nephew in there. All right, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this haphazard video. And y'all have a wonderful weekend and have a great Father's Day. All right, bye.